We're going to do another car detail video of my 16-year-old 2009 Insignia. Recently I've done the headlight restoration project along with removing the light and medium scratches out of the car. However, over time there's a lot of deeper scratches that are unable to polish out. The product I decided to go for is made by ChipEx, and I paid £40 for it, and I found it on Amazon. It's actually made in the UK. It comes with really easy to understand instructions. There's a more detailed instruction manual in there. When you purchase it, you put your car registration in to double check the paint colour. Mine one is like a metallic black, which comes in the little pot there. So what you do is you paint it on and then let it dry. You use the blending solution to kind of blend in the paint, and then from there you end up with polishing it. I went for the Pro Large version, which means you get a little bit extra paint and you get 10 brushes because you may need to layer up the paint if you have kind of deeper scratches, which I do. Inside the paintbrushes you get the little cloth and the little polishing block for when you've actually done the painting and you're using the blending, and you also get the microfiber cloth. We'll start off with showing you before and after, so if you do find this video helpful, please give it a like. We'll start off at the back of the car with the spoiler. So I had a chip which is about 1 centimeter or half an inch. I'll go into a more detailed explanation soon, but at the stage 1 you prepare the paint, and then you fill it in, and then once the paint is dried you use the blending solution to start blending it in. And stage 3 is using the microfiber cloth with the cutting compound to blend it in even further. The instructions clearly state that the paint will dry within 5 minutes to 30 minutes, and I found that that wasn't the case for me, although it was a warm day. Originally when I painted this section I went for dinner, and then 20 minutes later I came back and did stage 2, and I rubbed off the paint completely, so I did it over 2 days. I repainted it, left it overnight, and then this is the result the following day. It worked very well. It's blended absolutely perfect. You cannot see where it was. Let's check out the other parts of the car. So the front bumper on the left, I actually have a deep scratch, and you can feel that with a fingernail. The footage here is after I've done the entire process. You can't really make it out unless you're really looking for it. I am filming with a 6K camera, so it is very detailed. The line you can see is due to the texture in the paint and the light reflecting from it. There's obvious damage above the license plate, and you can see that in the paintwork with the deep scratches. As we continue around the car, if you watch the other video, you'll know that somebody hit my car, and I've got a dent and a scratch there. So the left side cleaned up very well, and the right side did a pretty decent job. Underneath the wing mirror we have another deep gash. This came out reasonably well, a lot better than what it was. On the grooves on top of the roof I do have rust marks, and the paint has come away, so I tidied them up, both the front and the back. If you take a look at the front edge of the bonnet, you can see the stone chips, and on top of the entire panel too. The main reason I have so many is because I had one of those salt spreaders around Christmas time decide to drive past and spray the car completely. Super not happy with it, obviously. I am in the market to buy a new vehicle, but I don't want to finance it, and I'm going to make a video on why. The images are after I've done the entire process, including giving it a quick wipe down. You can see all the stone chips have been removed. It did take me a very long time to do it. On screen now is the final results. So that's the painting, the blending, the compound, and the quick wipe down that I did. You can see that it's drastically improved the paintwork. I wanted to share with you the final results while the previous damage is fresh in your mind. The stone chips took me a very long time to get out because I had so many of them. I'll share with you something personal about me. I hate painting. I really don't like doing it. I'm not very good at it. I in fact failed A-level art, and I did a quick Google, and apparently the pass rate is 99.1%. So I failed something that basically everybody else can do. But you can see for yourself it came up pretty good. Where it really excelled was the stone chips. So the stone chips you really can't see anymore. As for the deeper scratches that I had, which pretty much went down to the paintwork, it's done a decent job of covering them. What I mean by that is when you're looking at them straight on, the color match, it's perfect, and you can't see them. It's only until the light is reflecting and you can see the texture in the paintwork, which is where it reveals the lines. I did have a few hairline scratches on this back panel, and they have basically disappeared now, and it's worked very well. With the spoiler, again, you cannot tell where the damage was, or where that chip was. Again, it was half an inch or 1 centimeter. The roof panel, I only painted this in. I didn't do anything else to it, just the paintwork. Again, it's hidden all the rust patches on there. That's the same on the front left, which also had the rust patches. Again, as we walk in around,
and I'll show you what the bumper looks like. Again, you can see on the light here, again, looks very good. The stone chips on the panel also gone, really can't see anything there. We're going to move on to the preparation of the paintwork. Let me just quickly show you the one last part, which is the rooftop here. Again, looks pretty much new. I just wanted to share with you the real world expectations, and let's move on to the prep work. We want to work with a contaminant free surface, so jet wash it with plain water. I use the Snow Foam Lance by Meguiar's with the gold class because it works very well and it doesn't contain any wax, so it sprays on very nicely, nice clean surface. I do recommend them and the links are in the description below. Another piece of equipment I've added to my inventory is this extra thick microfiber cloth. Again, it's a Meguiar's product. It's worked very well actually.
After I cleaned up the car, I actually printed off one of these to go around and mark off all the parts of the vehicle that are damaged and scratched.
It's the same form as when you hire a car.
Earlier in the day I prepared the car by giving it a good clean and wash and dry using the Meguiar's kit, and what I'm going to do this evening is I'm going to use the paint, and then we're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to start using the blending option and then the polishing. So I'm actually going to do this over the evening tonight and tomorrow. Let's start off painting. We're going to start off with the back wing because I think it's going to be the easiest one to do and the most comfortable position to be in. But yeah, inside the microfiber cloth there were 2 gloves.
When it came to the actual painting, it really didn't take that much time at all. I did have quite a lot of stone chips and damage on my car. I'm really glad that I did print out one of those vehicle checklists and marked off the areas as I went along. When you're painting it, it's more like you're camouflaging the area rather than fixing it. It's only until you're using the blending kit that it actually fixes it.
As I'm recording this, I've just done the wing and I've done the indents on the rooftop, and so far the colour match has been very good. It's a little bit more reflective because it's still wet, the paint is, and I can see that it's textured as it's built up on top of the surface, but I'm sure the blending option is going to work really well, but I'm going to carry on and do the rest of it.
This week my channel hit 500,000 views, so thanks for watching and thanks for being fans. Earlier in the video you've seen the before and after, so you know which sections that I've done, so we'll move on to stage 2.
We're going to move over to stage 2, which is the blending solution. So I did try it 20 minutes after applying the paint, and I found that the paint completely rubbed off, so I left it overnight and I'm filming the following day. I noticed where I've painted, I can actually see them, but only close up, so the paint match is very good. It almost looks like when you've got rust underneath the paint and the paint has lifted. That's what it looks like as it's textured. However, from this distance I really can't see where I've actually painted and where I have not. It's only when I'm a lot closer to the paintwork that I can see it.
What I mean by the rust marks is if you look at my wheel arch, you can see that it's textured, and that's because there's rust underneath.
Here's an example of the wing. So this is just painted, and if you've noticed, it's here. So I'm going to just dab a little bit on.
So the video doesn't get too long, I've sped up the footage to 700%. With the blending solution you get a small black closed cell foam block, which is a bit like the camping mats that you get, and the small microfiber cloth. You wrap the closed cell foam around the cloth and then you put a little bit of the blending solution on the cloth and then you keep rubbing it in. At first it doesn't look like you're doing anything, and this was the time consuming part of the job. However, as you keep going you will see the difference. I've shown you this panel a couple of times within the video with the final results, and I'll give you 2 more demonstrations and then we'll wrap up the video.
So that worked very well. So I've just done the back here, and as I was doing it, it almost seemed like it was just somebody had put some glue on top of the car, and I was rubbing it away, and because it was going like a whiter colour, I just thought like yesterday it was just wiping off the paint completely. However, it's completely disappeared. I'm kind of stuck for words right now.
I'll give you another example with a stone chip and we'll zoom in a lot further. You can see how the paint is raised, and I had around 25 to 30 of these marks just on this panel alone. Each one of the marks worked out exactly the same as this one, so as I kept rubbing it you will see that it's completely disappeared. I was very happy with the results and I would buy the product again.
I'm just finishing up part 2 of the project. Now, somebody hit my car and drove off, and it left a big dent and scratch inside. Now, I found the solution has worked very well on the fine and medium scratches. It's worked very well on the stone chips. I mean, the stone chips barely look like they're even there anymore. On the kind of medium to deeper gashes, the colour is filled in. You can still see the scratches are there, mostly because of the texture of the paint. Other than that, it looks much better, and I'll show you a close-up of this section. So stage 3 is using the compound that it came with and the microfiber cloth that it also came with, and then just basically put it on, wipe it around. So I just finished up and I've done step 3, and I actually went around the whole car and gave it another wipe over. Once I finished over with the microfiber cloth which came with this, and then finished it off with a finishing cloth by Maguire's, and now the paintwork is looking nice and shiny. My only downside was on the experience was the stage 2 process. So this is like a closed cell foam piece, and as you can see it kind of got squashed. So I actually did quite a lot of the little stone chips and the scratches as you've seen throughout the video, and it was kind of it wasn't hard, but it wasn't comfortable either. So I feel like maybe if this was a bit more firm or slightly bigger, that would have been more helpful. I mean, I understand that the kit is for chips mostly, but overall it's been very good and I do recommend it. I will put links in the description below, so I do give it 2 thumbs up.
Thanks for sticking around and liking the video if you have. Welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome if you are new. The links for any of the products that I've used in the video are in the description below, but you've got the QR code at the top at no extra cost to you. But thanks for watching, thanks for being fans.